Nature spoke to me softly and said, I am balance. Every plant in my meadow is blessed with a talent, and I have painted them in compliments to please the bees. I am Harvey, a mixed media artist. My work is inspired by nature, and this year my exhibition focuses on a small strip of meadow near my home in Chipping Norton, Oxfordshire. Since lockdown, I've been making my own art materials from natural sources, inks from local plants, color bars from plant and soil pigments melted with soy wax, and recently watercolor paints made from dry pigments mulled with honey and gum arabic to bind and preserve them. This process has drawn me even closer to nature, and it feels like the most authentic way to express my love of the natural surroundings. This Meadow Moments journey began with sketches and studies in several forms. My aim was to capture the colors, textures, and seasonal changes, as well as the sense of calm the meadow offers. This tangle of fine grasses inspired me, greens and browns woven together, so I followed this little creative nudge into weaving. My work is intuitive, so I take each day as it comes, letting one thing lead to another, enjoying the process rather than focusing on finished products at first. And rather than working directly from nature or photos, I prefer to observe and let the information settle so that a pared down version of my impressions surfaces in the studio. Often I'm inspired by the dominant color scheme of the landscape. In these small sketches, I've used woad blue watercolor for the skies, mint and sage color bars for the grasses, and wood ash watercolor and graphite for the plants. Collaging with various materials and papers is one of my favorite ways of working, letting the materials speak for themselves. Other times, it is seasonal changes that inspire me. Regardless of the inspirational aspect or materials used, self-expression remains the most important element for me. The most wonderful thing about art is that it is very personal, a reflection of the artist's thoughts, emotions, and interpretations, and none of that can be wrong. This is the notion I emphasize in my teaching to young people, both in the studio and in the community. Nature has a leveling effect on all of us. Sometimes I aim to capture the feeling of a place, the softness and the calm it evokes. With everything happening in the world, nature offers us a retreat. For me, a walk in nature, a few moments in the meadow, allows my head to clear and calm is soon restored. My work is inching more and more towards abstraction, which I find very liberating. These biome boxes offer a glimpse of colors and textures of a particular natural environment from various views. Art and nature make a beautiful pairing, and I love how art can send a strong message about current topics like biodiversity, soil health, and pollinators. Recently, I've been experimenting with encaustic wax, which works beautifully to portray my passion for the environment through the idea of preservation. You are welcome to come to my Meadow Moments studio exhibition, and I'm happy to introduce a young emerging artist called George Ford. Also, there is more of my work at FarmEd as part of the Glime Lane exhibition. Thank you for watching.